So it is officially fall here in Minneapolis, and as much as I've been enjoying layering, I am reminded that we are slowing down, summer is over, and I've been kind of thinking what I desire to accomplish and complete, add in, subtract in my life in Q4 for myself and for my business. And that's kind of what the concept for this podcast was is I want to share what I'm doing right now as I look forward to the end of 2023 and preparing myself for that beautiful fresh chapter moving into 2024. Now I know we're all like, what? Where did 2023 go? However, I'm embracing the fall, the slowdown, the quiet trickle into the depths of winter. And so I want to share how I've decided to move through the next few months so that 2024 for me is just this explosion of new and excitement and just a new chapter. And so I'm really doing things right now to set me up for success over the next few months moving into 2024. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I've done is I've created a new weekly flow and I've kind of broken up my week. Now this starts with my, night walker schedule as a bartender. I have had the same schedule for like a year and a half and I've asked to switch it up. So my week is totally different and it's really, at first I was like, I really wanted to know that these exact days I had off from work, but it's actually working out really well for me to have a little bit of variety in my weeks, and it's allowed me to actually put more time into my business because I haven't been stuck in this hamster wheel of I do this day and that day and these are my days I work on my business. I've been allowed the luxury of focusing on my business multiple days in a row in the middle of the week. It's not always the same 2 days off. So for me, as someone who does have the luxury of shaking up my schedule, and for those of you who do, have you been doing it the same way for a while? Can you switch some things around on days that you are setting up projects for your business or doing creative projects? Or is there a way in your workflow for even just your work life that you can switch things up? I just was feeling really stagnant, and that has moved into a whole new breath of fresh air for me. The next thing I did was I wanted to add something new. So I heavily go to the gym for my outlet. I love to bike, I love to walk, but as the season's changing, I am moving more indoors for my workouts and less outdoors. And that just ebbs and flows, and I'm kind of still getting I have to put all these clothes on now to go for a walk. So I have added in the last week a yoga schedule and classes into my weekly flow. It's still very new. I realized I haven't done a hot yoga flow in 3 years, and I'm curious why I haven't added it in. I think I was just so, I feel sometimes in life we just have to layer things in before we can keep adding more in. And I was at a moment where with the new schedule, and then I'm ready for something new. So I'm let's start with yoga. And I'm actually really liking moving my body a new way. It's a new challenge, even though I know conceptually what the class is. It's challenging again. I feel like a beginner again, which has been really good for my kind of mental health and my physical mind body exploration. I am still looking at checking out a spin gym and a strength gym and a classic gym and what else, dance class. I've always wanted, a couple years ago I did dance classes. I'd like to get back into that, but I'm a projector, I'm a Taurus. We're gonna play in the yoga for a couple weeks, see how that feels. add in like a little bit of spin class, see how that feels, and kind of like decide what I'm liking and then add that in. And that's going to take a couple months for me to figure it out. So my plan is to do this over the next few months. So when we get in those dark depths of winter, I'm just like flowing with all this newness. I love the new community. Something also with breaking up my week is I can kind of, and I don't know if you feel this, become a workaholic between going into my job and focusing on my business. Sometimes my schedule gets really tight. And something that I like to do, Taurus sun here, is I like to shop. It's relaxing. I also have this thing that I've been doing the last couple years is I create a capsule collection for my wardrobe. So right now I'm really shopping for a fall winter capsule collection. I'm adding in one new jacket for the winter. I like to have like 3 outfits per season. So I have like an everyday running errands, post gym, post yoga, like just throw on cute outfit. I like to have one going out outfit. And then I like to have like something more playful. So what that's looked like for me for fall is I'm adding in a kind of like wide leg yoga pants with a cute little sweatshirt look for running errands. I have this like fun skirt that I got that I can change up the tops and dress up or dress down. And then I am still kind of looking for like a denim jeans kind of vibe. And that's it. And then I'm looking for this coat for winter that I can just throw on and I don't have to worry about anything I'm wearing. I mean, I have the luxury of my work has a uniform style, but I am playful in that as well. But for my everyday looks, I like to have 3 looks that I can rotate. And I want you all to embrace that we don't have to wear the same, like we don't have to have a brand new outfit every day. It's okay to wear an outfit multiple times in a week. And I also think that I like to stay up with fashion and that helps me stay within my budget for what I want to spend on clothing. But that is new because it makes me feel fresh and new and it's making me feel confident in a way. And I'm not just throwing on that thing and that thing that kind of fits, kind of doesn't. So that is helping break up my week because I'm wearing something I feel comfortable in. It's new, it's season forward. So I just wanted to throw that in because this Taurus here loves to shop and it is very therapeutic and relaxing for me. And sometimes I'm just like, whatever, and I'll just wear this same thing all the time that I've been wearing for a while. So creating those capsule collections and the kind of embodiment behind the shopping is fun for me. The other thing that I'm adding to this category is allowing rest. And sometimes I can just go. And I've had some days in the last few weeks where it's like the seasons are changing, the weather is changing, I'm adding in all these new things, I'm breaking up the week. And even though today I thought I was going to accomplish and tackle my to-do list or do that hard workout, I have had some days where I've just been like, it's a rest day. It is not this masculine have to produce results. However, I still am looking at monthly, weekly, what I want to accomplish, but I'm allowing myself the rest that is sometimes just needed when we are going through a growth phase. So I wanted to put that in there that sometimes, man, it's just okay to rest. It's okay to rest. All right. The next thing, which is a big one for me, is health, because as some of you may or may not know, I had a big surgery in July, and on this tail end of the surgery, I'm realizing that I wasn't listening to my body in a lot of ways. I was so focused on this surgery, I was so focused on all these other things and just putting my head down and going to work and working on my business and not kind of taking a look at where I was at. So After my body was feeling very exhausted, I decided to add in chiropractor. Now, I've never done chiropractor really before, and this has been really eye-opening to realize that I was neglecting how out of balance my body was. And that has been huge for me. So October was my month to add in all this health into my calendar. I've also added in some healing sessions, which has been really illuminating. It's maybe I'll go into it another day. It's way too soon in this process with this woman to really divulge a lot of information because it's going to be a couple more sessions, but just checking in with where I'm at in my subconscious health, right? Which is a huge part. I love hypno and subconscious reprogramming and all of that. And these healing sessions are bringing a lot of that through. Now, something that has happened from going to the chiropractor is, and this is my reminder for all of you, how much hydration is important in keeping our body and mind moving forward, feeling good. So I love coffee and I love water, and I'm not like a soda person. I'm pretty much like a water and tea and coffee drinker. Those are my main things. And occasionally I like a kombucha or something. But I was reminded in my chiropractor exploration that hydration is super key. So what am I doing for hydration? I have a 32-ounce water bottle that I'm putting in 1 packet of Element, which is an electrolyte drink. And you can get Liquid IV or whatever, but I'm using Element. You can find it online. And then my other 40-ounce water bottle has trace minerals in it. So I'm constantly hydrating all throughout the day with something that has minerals in it. Along with the hydration is stretching more, taking more baths to get that magnesium. So I just want to remind you all, hydration, hydration, hydration. And let's add some things into the hydration to soup that up. So again, I'm using electrolytes and trace minerals to create a more deeper hydration. I was very dehydrated. The next thing I'm doing in regards to health is I have some doctor's appointments through the end of the year so that I can move into the next year and not have to focus on so many doctor's appointments. And then I have a little check. So I'm making sure I'm taking my medications and my supplements according to the directions so that they're actually doing what they're supposed to. Because sometimes we can have all the organizational features to take supplements and medications, but I like a little square and a check to make sure I'm doing it, because then you start realizing you're not always taking it like you think you are in your head. So just a reminder to do that. And what I'm distilling through all these things I'm telling you is I'm removing what's not working and keeping what does. So I'm getting curious, checking something out, seeing how I'm feeling, and then moving forward with it. And that's something to think about, is let's add something in. Is that feeling expansive and exciting, or is it taking away from our week? And these are some things, there's definitely some things that I've added in, and now that I've explored some of it, I'm taking it out. The next thing I want to talk about is commitment and focus. And where that comes into play is very deep in how I'm showing up in my business. Now, I started out with the weekly flow and the health because that's a foundation for me to have the strength, the energy, and the excitement to show up with my business for my business. So now we're moving into the commitment and focus that it takes to be an entrepreneur in the world where we have so much coming at us. So for me, my commitment is sticking to this podcast. I love it. It's been giving me so much confidence And it's been a way for me to share with all of you, A, what I'm going through on my journey as an entrepreneur, and B, what I'm excited about to share with all of you, especially human design, especially business focus, and the technology that helps you maintain your business and grow your business. And so just staying with the commitment of doing an episode a week. And, it's been a lot because I've had to push through a lot of technical difficulties, confidence difficulties. Do I show up on camera today? Like this one today, I was like, I'm not showing up on camera. I'm just going to do a quickie. And I'm like, no, showing up on camera is such a huge part of, is part of my growth in doing things repeatedly over and over so it gets easier every time. Now, what I've done and I'm continuing to do through the end of the year is creating courses and fine-tuning my offerings. So I have taken some of my one-to-one offers and adjusted them. I've also launched my human design business course, which was a long time coming, and I really feel like this podcast helped the growth of that happen a lot faster than it was like 6 months ago. But that was really exciting for me because I'm excited about that offer. I feel like it's something that you can come into my world and explore human design and understand, and you can do it at your own pace. And it's super quick and easy, and there's so much you can implement right away. And that was awesome to create such a simple offer that I love. And then just fine-tuning my one-to-ones. I've been doing a lot of beta testing with my one-to-ones and kind of finding the right flow for how I want to do all those. So that's been really fun to explore. Showing up on social media, I'm not the person who's necessarily going to show up every day. Because some days I'm just not into it. And that's what I love about social media is you show up when you want to. And it's not to say that I'm taking 2 or 3 weeks off of socials. No. And it's not to say I'm always selling. I just want to show you how I'm showing up in life authentically to be able to show up and share, have the confidence to share with all of you, and tell you how you can work with me as well. I have updated my website. I took a collage course recently and was really inspired. So I've been slowly updating my website visually and with new offers. And then I'm just, again, what I talked about before, removing or keeping things. I'm also saying yes or no to things that, am I going to say yes to that thing that might make me too tired for the next day to not be able to focus on my business? Like I don't drink a lot, but I drink occasionally, and it's like, do I want to go out and have a cocktail tonight, or do I want to go home, make myself a nice snack, drink a bunch of water, and get up the next day so A, I can make it to the gym, and B, I can work on my business. So it is like having that commitment to be like, what's going to set me up for success today and set me up for success tomorrow? Is that staying up too late binging on Netflix? Like, what is that for you that's getting you away from your goals instead of getting towards your goals? So that is been a huge part of how I think about as I move through my day. How is my day going to flow so the day is good? Like today, for example, I committed to get up extra early to go to a yoga class because I had a lot of things I wanted to do before I went into work today. And I knew that if I started with a yoga class or a gym class, that it would just like get me moving. Projector Taurus Sun here, like it helps for me to do some type of activity first thing in the morning. All right, number 4, selling. I have been committed to selling and sharing my offers more consistently and clearly. Something that has happened a lot to me in the past is people don't really understand what I'm selling. So some things I'm doing are really being really clear on what I'm selling and sharing. I have a freebie. I'm about to get like another freebie around the corner. I've got my one-to-ones. I've got my masterclass. And I'm also starting to sell here on the podcast because I want you all to know what I have to offer in my arsenal of services. Also, like I've said before, I've adjusted some of my offerings so they're slightly more approachable and other ways to get to know me. And this masterclass, like I said, I'm excited about, so I'm going to keep selling it and sharing it with all of you because I believe when we all step into experimenting in human design, our life unfolds our life unfolds in a way that you couldn't have ever imagined. Number 5, accountability and connection. I feel like we all are craving connection. And listen, I'm a bartender. I have a very people-facing forward job that I'm at for many, many hours of the day. And I love people. I am a line 4 in human design. It is all about connection and people, Libra moon, Sag rising. Like I like to be in it and I like to be physically in it with the people. But in my business, I desire accountability. In my life, I desire connection because in my business, here I am. I'm on the screen a lot. I talk to clients all around the world and I teach all around the world through the screen. And what I'm really craving is connection. So a few months ago, I started a business entrepreneurial solopreneur mastermind group with a couple folks that I really connected with and wanted us to be able to share our wins, share our visions, ask questions. And the last few months, we've just been chatting on Instagram in a private group, but I recently had us get on a live call together. And it was just so nice to sit with these women and share what we were excited about, work through some of the things that were holding us back. And it's just been so cool on the other side of this call to see all of us kind of recommitting to why we're here as entrepreneurs and kind of distilling now what we want to focus on for the next couple months. And I really desire that connection, so I created it. Another thing is making times with friends, coworkers, acquaintances to create more time together, like asking coworkers out that I haven't hung out with for a while, or asking a friend at the gym that I usually just say hi to at the gym to go out for coffee, like things like that, or like longtime friends, like making more time for them. We all can get so busy in our day-to-day, and maybe the certain people we always hang out with, but I've been like recommitting to connection with friends or people that I'd like to get to know more. And I think that just helps us all feel a part of something. And then like I was saying in the beginning, like new classes, new community, like where can I branch out to meet new people? Because for me, that's important. For me, connection is important. And the accountability for showing up at the gym or showing up for our business is a huge part of it. I think, some of the offers that I'd like to create in the future are more in-person based because I just love the connection. I don't know. I feel like that's what I'm missing in the world right now. Especially all of us coming off of the last few years, is we're in a place, even though we're going into the depths of fall and winter, to create connections. All of this relates back to your business. I fully believe that a strong foundation gives you the fortitude to commit to your visions, whatever they are, whether it's in your personal life, your business. You want to check out something new. It's uncomfortable to start new and change up your routine and meet new people and make that podcast or do the Insta story or write the chapter in the book or go to a new class and be a beginner. And it's just something I've decided is important to me right now. So when 2024 arrives, I have created a new flow in my life that feels expansive and creates growth for myself. Curious how you all feel about this. I'd love for you to shoot me a DM. Let me know. Are you going to a new class? Are you sharing your offer that you've been hesitant to share? Are you showing up on socials? Are you taking the next step? Are you saying yes or no to things that are going to light you up or knock you off on the path? Right now, there's a few easy ways to work with me. I have a updated one-to-one offer if you want to check out your human design. It can go in a lot of different directions. Just let me know. We can talk basics. We can go deeper into the energy centers. We could talk about variables. There's a lot of places to go in your chart. I've got my, business blueprint, human design, and through the lens of business masterclass that I have live on my website, and I'll be bringing more for you all very soon. Thank you and have a great day.